What is up? Kevin Hale here on this Sunday night, March 22nd, 2026, doing another round of shots, winding down my weekend, talking Kentucky sports with Davo, TB, Kai. Paul is scheduled to join us. We put a nail in the coffin of Kentucky men's basketball today and for the season. We'll talk about the tournament. We'll talk about the future. We'll talk about expectations. TB's going to tell us what the hell's going on. Davo, how are you?
Could be better. How are you? Pretty difficult time.
Would a win have made it better for you?
A win could have cured a lot of things, yeah, for sure.
Would it be a cure or a Band-Aid?
I think we had plenty of those ripped off of us throughout the season, so I don't think it'd be a Band-Aid big enough to cure this.
TB,
Yes,
Iowa is always going down. Well, the vibe, anyways, with Iowa State. How far is Iowa State from you?
About 40 minutes.
Do they know where you live? They know you're the Kentucky fan, the one Kentucky fan.
I'm in my neighborhood. I'm the black guy, and I'm the Kentucky fan, so they know. Because when I run around, I got my Kentucky stuff on, and when I'm around my small town, I've got my Kentucky stuff, and so they know who I am. So, however bad you think you got it, I got it rough here.
Probably rough. How many times have you met Karen
In the neighborhood?
Yeah.
I did get stopped by a guy running one day, but yeah.
What's a male equivalent of Karen?
It's a Ken.
Is it Ken?
Is it a kid? I don't know.
It's not Kevin, right?
Wow.
Yeah,
It's Ken.
he was like, "Do you live here?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. Which house is yours?" I'm not telling you.
That's crazy, TV.
We haven't seen you around these parts. All right. Kai, what's up? You're heading home from St. Louis.
Yeah, I'm
lack of light.
Yeah,
Lack of light could be also meaning that you're part of witness protection. You can't show your face. What'd you do? Did you do something in St. Louis?
I have a beautiful face. I'm sorry I can't show it, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to be on here and talk some ball. So might as well multitask. Why not?
Might as well multitask. Well, let me see here. Let me turn this on. Where's my 5, 4, 5? Hold on. There you go. Because fashionably, Paul, how are you?
Yo.
You had better days too. Would a win today have made your day better?
It sure wouldn't have made it worse. I mean, it definitely would not have made it worse than what we experienced today.
Yeah, it was an experience. I mean, geez, guys, we jumped out into a big lead, and then the substitutions happened. But all right, we'll get to the men's in a moment. Let's start with the ladies. They are actively still involved with the women's NCAA tournament. They won their first round game. They got their second round game tomorrow, right? Correct. Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
All right, somebody chat me up. I need to look at my mic. Go. What's going on with the ladies? TB, I'll start with you. Go.
Oh, they jumped out to a big lead. Didn't play particularly well. Coach Brooks said that they played pretty vanilla, and yeah, they did just enough to get out of there with the win. So they're gonna have to bring it for 40 minutes if they want to advance to the Sweet 16. But I like the way they started off that game, and they did just enough to keep the team at bay. And yeah, so I like their chances of moving on, because Claire Strag did not shoot particularly well. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited.
Davo, anything to add?
Yeah, TB said it. Shout out to the ladies once again. Ladies program at the university holding it down. Yeah, pretty tough game tomorrow. They had like the most fans they've had in that arena for a contest, I think, ever. Almost 14,000. They're expecting even more tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, they look good. That James Madison team was like on like a 12 or a 13 game winning streak. Pretty sure it was kind of sentimental, for Coach Brooks to play James Madison. Obviously, that was his first head coaching gig. So, they did what they had to do, jumped out to a huge lead, just kind of cruise, kind of rest it, and get ready for tomorrow. So, looking forward to it.
Kai, tomorrow, 4 seed West Virginia. It's at West Virginia. West Virginia is a 3.5 point favorite.
Really?
What's your take?
The one thing about Kentucky is that all year, maybe they dropped some games that they probably shouldn't have, but I still think they've remained, even nationally, as a team that you probably don't want to play, and you probably don't want to be favorited against, because they can probably shut you up real quick. I think they have all the tools to move on in the tournament. I think Coach Brooks is over extreme, maybe in regards to normal fans, but to guys like us who have seen coaches like that before, he knows the standard he's trying to set for the women's team. So I don't imagine that when they have everything in the world to prove, not only to themselves and the fan base and everyone, that's going to be tuning in, I think they just want to go out there and show that they're about it and that they can go on a deep run and, do something monumental that the women's team really hasn't done in a while.
Paul, take us home with the ladies.
Just win.
Just win, baby.
Just win.
I think they'll have that opportunity tomorrow. ESPN.
Speaking of ladies, I think Clara Strike said it really well that the SEC was such a gauntlet. If that conference, I don't care anybody says it's the toughest conference in women's basketball, obviously by far. So if they competed in that the way they did and went healthy, then I don't think they're scared of anybody else in the country, right? I mean, the way they played South Carolina the first game, not the NCAA tournament, which was the third game in 3 days. They played Texas to a really close game at Texas, right? Vanderbilt, extremely close both times. So, yeah, I mean, this team is poised to make a run in the NCAA tournament. So, not worried about it.
All right. Okay, let's switch to the main dish.
Mm-hmm.
Our men's team finished up their season today, losing to Iowa State, the 2 seed, 82-63, a game, guys, that our Cats jumped out ahead early on. Obviously, clearly couldn't maintain it. Lots of turnovers. And then again, these substitution patterns, I don't want to call people out, but it's been the MO of the season. Dave, I'll start with you. How did thoughts finishing up this regular season, finishing up today, going, what was it, 22 and 14 regular season, or the finals record?
So we're up to 27 losses in 2 years or something like that. I mean, you don't have to call him out by name. He knows who he is. I don't know how that particular player can play a minute and a half and have a plus-minus a -9, right? I mean, that's absolutely mind-boggling.
Does his name automatically get a minus?
Yeah, it seems like every time he comes in, it's going to be a negative in the plus-minus. It's really unreal. I don't really care what nobody says. That game was over at halftime, right? Even though it was a 1-point defeat or 1-point deficit at halftime, you saw
the momentum was shifting. Clearly,
you saw it. We was up 7 with barely over 2 minutes to go, and then all of a sudden we're down 1 just like that. So the game was over, right? 20 turnovers is stupid. 25 points off turnovers they scored. Just I don't know.
20.
I don't have a lot to say. It's It's pathetic.
Well-
It was stupid basketball.
You will have a lot to say because I got a feeling these guys will have a lot to say, which means you'll respond to what they have to say. TB, you get to now say what you want to say.
I mean, this was a microcosm of the season. For a period, this team looked good, right? They started off, and I was all in, and then the wheels fell off, and we had a little bit of adversity. And you saw the quote from the Iowa State player, Hege, or whatever his name is, that basically their game plan was make these guys fight. They won't fight back. That to me is a damning statement by your opponent being like, we knew if we just kept pressuring them that they would wilt. That's indicative of everything, right? So as I've said, year 3 is going to be the make or break year. So outside of a Final Four run or maybe an Elite 8 run, this is kind of what we were going to deal with no matter when we lost. But big picture, are we sticking just with today for right now?
We'll get to the big picture in a moment.
But for today, I mean, it was an all systems failure, and then they just wanted it to be over with. Is basically, like we're just going to do this, and I don't know. It was highly disappointing.
Highly disappointing. Kai, you were there. Tell us about that vibe and maybe the.
I do want to ask TB though, why do you think that ended up being the game plan? I have my own opinion, but do you think it was like, and because the team's like talent isn't there, maybe they're not like prepared to play a game like that? I'm interested on your opinion.
Well, for me, again, and so we've had this thing about the injuries, and Iowa State lost their All-American 2 days ago.
Right.
Like we lost our injured players months ago. We've had months to figure out how to get this done without those players, right? They figured out how to get it done in less than 48 hours. That's mental toughness, and that starts top down. And when I say, mental toughness, watch any Rick Pitino interview, any of them, since he's been at Iona, since he's been at St. John's. His teams were not mentally weak, right? And for an opponent to say, we knew we could get to Kentucky, that's a huge thing for me. Like, we push them, they're not going to push us back.
Yeah, I completely agree. I was there, and like y'all said, like when they got out to that like early 11-point lead, and Iowa State wanted to answer back, it felt like the game was like over at halftime, just because you saw the number 2 seed Cyclones that we've seen all season that started to get out in the fast break and make every 3-pointer they take. And I want to say, like, to my knowledge, the only guy who was, still playing, even though the lead was maybe, 12, 14, 16 as it increased, it was Ortega. It was the senior who this was his last college game, and he had probably already processed that it was over and was just enjoying the last couple of minutes while he could. And, like he said, that pushback was never there. They never really, we've seen them make comebacks this year, but it was one of those ones where it's like, oh, this team's better than us. Like, we can't really do anything about it type of thing. So, yeah, it was a brutal way to go out.
I tell you what, from the couch, Iowa State can play some defense. I mean, they're aggressive. They're in your face.
I think that goes to like TV's main point, though, because it's like, how are you not prepared for that type of defense? Because they've shown it all year. Like, that's what they do. They trap players. So, I don't know. It's frustrating on all cylinders.
Paul's got all the answers. Paul, jump in. Your take after today.
I don't think that, unfortunately, that anyone's like too shocked, which is, I think, the worst part of this whole thing. one of the craziest things that I saw when I was looking at some of the stats was that, you had this debacle of just nonsense. 3 weeks ago at Texas A&M, where you give up like a 40, whatever that run was, like 40-10 or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this game, they gave up a 30. At one point, I think it was 40-17. And Kentucky up 20-9 was outscored 71-43 from that moment. That speaks to a lot of things, right? That's I know a lot of people want to say stuff about Pope. That's more than coaching. I mean, that's the stuff that happens to mid-majors when they jump out in front on top of a team that's a good, a good team or a ranked team that's just taking them lightly, and then they just get their ass kicked. This team was deficient in so many ways, and I think we were hopeful that the deficiencies would just be overcome by sheer will and determination. But they had no point guard. We really had no elite shot maker. There was a lot of baskets to be made today. They made a lot of bad ball decisions, and I think that's a lot to do with not having having a true ball handler. I know we saw, Zell, I think, did an okay job this year, but he's not a true ball handler, and I think that really showed today. Not having an elite shot maker really showed today. And this is what happened. You got our ass beat. The next 2-3 weeks is going to be really not fun for Kentucky fans. My thing is just you're probably just going to have to take some of the lumps. We know one fan base in particular has our name in their mouth more than Bonnie Blue has men in her mouth. It's really disgusting and stupid. They're a degenerate, stupid fan base that deserves nothing but shit. But other than that, you're gonna have to take it from Florida, unless Florida gets bounced, which they might actually, because they were losing.
We're
they're
hoping.
up 3 now.
We're hoping in
They're
this
up 3
household.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're hoping.
Hey, listen, I love it. There's some teams I'll take the shit from, all right? And there's some that I won't. Louisville, I'm not going to take it from. Arkansas, I'm not going to take it from. But it's not going to be fun to be a Kentucky fan. You're going to see the 22 million, the overrate, all this other shit. You're going to see that, and it's just going to be really bad for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I think there's hope there. We can talk about that if we're going to talk about what's next. I think there is some hope there, but Kentucky is structurally broken.
But what's the hope? Right? Like
Sure.
I'm asking you, Paul, give me something, because
I think by the time,
hold on.
Go ahead.
People have been talking about like the sophomore slumps that coaches have. Cal allegedly had a sophomore slump, but we still went to the Final Four. Joe B had a sophomore slump, but there was also signs of this can get better. Joe B Hall had Kevin Greavy, who was SEC Player of the Year, coming back. Cal brought Deron Lamb and Terrence Jones back. Yeah, we got that freak with the unibrow from Chicago coming. My question is, what's the hope? Give me something.
Sure. I'll just one thing, and just I think this is where I'm not saying you temper expectations, but you got to temper the past to the reality of what we're in. Those days are over, right? Like the days of a coach being able to do that and bring a lot of players like back, they don't exist anymore. But here's the reality of the situation. They don't. I mean, TB, college basketball ain't what it was 10 years ago. It wasn't 15 years ago.
If I may, okay, when Coach Rupp took over the University of Kentucky, you still had a jump ball after every made basket. Right? The key was this narrow. Things change. My point to people that, hold on, that tell me it's different is what Coach Rupp did and what Coach Cal did, two different ways, right? Can we say yes?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, no matter what the parameters of college basketball is, no matter what we do, 3-point shot clocks, Negroes playing, over 80 years, the consistency has been Kentucky figures it out. And now, as a Kentucky fan, I'm supposed to sit here and be like, this new way, I guess we don't know anymore. I don't buy that. I admit
Well,
it's different, but telling me we can't figure it out when we have figured it out for 100 years.
I think there's two ways. I think there's multiple ways to look at that though, TV. It's not. It's Mitch being gone is a huge step if we get it right and we get it out, because that administrative side has to change for us to change at this level. The biggest difference I'll say from the coaching standpoint and like what you brought up is the administration is now way more important than it used to be 10, 20, 50 years ago. And that it's just the structural piece. Where the hope is I think there's a really good shot Kentucky lands Tyron Stokes. I think that there's a shot that they land Dink Pate and Stokes. And now you're talking about two elite guys with size that have ball handling skills. We've heard a lot of names in the portal of guys that are actually, there's a little bit more of a seriousness there. I think Pope has a lot more help with the roster construction. Now, this can all go to shit, but from what we're hearing on the back end is, and Dylan is our insider, and Dylan knows all the stuff about, and you know, Kevin, Davo, you guys see this all the time, like stuff that he brings, like how much he knows. I asked him flat out, are we in trouble next year, or is there a championship roster that Kentucky can have? And he looked and straight said, what Kentucky can 100% have a championship caliber roster next year. Now, you still got to make it happen. But I think by the time, you see like tax day, you're gonna know real quick where this is going, and that's not too far off. I don't think the cupboard's fully bare here either. I mean, I think you do have some guys that you can bring and play. I think Cam Williams is a guy that you want to keep. I think he's got elite shooting and he's an elite athlete. Obviously, I think College Chandler's a good player. I don't think he's a starter, but I think he's somebody that you can run your roster out with. So I don't think we're starting at zero where we maybe could have.
Well, hold this
I will
thought.
be devil's advocate.
Hold on, because hold on. I do have a talking point coming up. The season's over now. What? But I want to stay real quick. Let's stay with Pope's second year, guys. Paul, I'll stay with you. Considering, I know we got the injuries and all that shit, but did Pope regress?
Yeah, I think he regressed. I think he regressed in a couple ways. I think last year the team was really good and the injuries ruined it. But where he regressed was with the fans. I think how he handled situations. And I know TB, we've talked about this a couple times, right? Like the body language was just not how you want a coach, right? Like you were saying, the mentally tough thing, right? That goes from the top down. You would never have seen a Cal, a Patino, none of the elite coaches there, like the head hanging. Like when we got our asses stumped by Gonzaga, and he's sitting there with his head down, just like looking like someone just took his wife in the other room and made him watch him do horrible things. Like, what do you? Like,
oh wow!
That's how he looked. That's how he looked. He looked like somebody had just done horrible things to like. It was something that was mind-boggling, right? And I think that's where he regressed. I think just like some of the stuff he said about, the fans or just little scandals and all this other stuff. I think that's where he's had a big problem. The Louisville, yeah.
My wife asked me, like, did we ever figure that out? I'm like, we have no idea. Like, we have no idea what happened.
1 point game with 57 seconds left, by the way.
Yeah, I can hear my wife upstairs. Yeah, I can hear my wife upstairs. She's a Hawkeye fan, so that's why I'm dressed in this.
Dylan says it's Stokes or Pate. Pate is a backup.
Carrie, Dylan said today that he thinks that they could get both. So that's where I was saying that. He said that on the space earlier.
Okay.
All right.
And that's all I'm asking for is give me something. Give me something to point to year 3. That's all I'm asking for.
Well, we're gonna know if we have what we have to point to in the next month.
That's fair.
Like as of now, there's hope because there is guys on the table. The number 1 overall recruit, I think Kentucky's got at least a 50% chance with right now. They land him. I think that's a narrative changer. You got to change some narratives. You land him, you land some other guys. That changes everything. You get the number 1 recruit. Other guys are going to want to come here. I think that's where you see it. Then you got to see the coaching change a little bit.
But Paul,
Davo,
we have. I get all that. Like we all got this fantasy that we want to hit next year, correct? But we still haven't heard shit about a GM or a player development. Like
The
so
guy,
why,
so we had, well, I think it's already there. The two, Austin Pope, I think, is one you're going to hear for player development, and then the other guy from BYU. I forgot his name. But those are the two I think you're going to look at, and then that guy from BYU apparently had a big play in some of the guys that we got last year, like Amari Williams for one. Him going out and finding Amari, so I think that will help. I think they're in place. I don't know why it's not been announced yet, but I've heard those two names already.
it'd be nice to hear some shit.
I tell you what, this sophomore season of Pope made me realize how good his first year, last year's team was, because they battled injuries. They had the adversity. It was just collectively a very fucking good team.
They had a lot of shooters last year, which we did not have this year.
Exactly. All right, so we are gonna, season's over now. What? It's who are we? The one thing that Pope hasn't had in his first 2 years is that stud high school 5-star kid. Totally portal. I think it's safe to say that teams that do play well in the NCAA tournament, they have that elite player. They have that first round, NBA draft pick. And that's where, we're missing. I mean, again, season over. What's next? Dave, I'll start with you. You're the GM. Who are you building this team around next year? Tell me who stays from this team?
Who am I building around this team?
Or no, next year's team. Who are you? Are you any of the players, current players? Are you building around any of the current players? And maybe the answer is no.
Hell
if
no.
the answer is no, then that's fine. Then that means
Hell
we gotta
no.
get. All right, then.
The answer ain't no. The answer is hell no.
There's no player on our team right now.
There's players on our team that would fill an excellent role.
Roles, exactly. That's where I'm going, and that's just the fact. What? Talk to it, TB. What?
I was up one with 4 seconds left.
Oh,
Nope.
shit.
I just hit a game. They just hit.
Oh, Todd Golden, our favorite doucher.
Listen, I would just like to say I sat on here like a month ago and I said I think Florida would be the first 1 seed out because I thought they were frauds. Just like to say ball knower.
I thought Duke would be.
Unless they hit a game but Duke's got an injury that's really messing with them, right? Florida's at least healthy.
I'm gonna be right back, fellas. I'm gonna be right back. I got to be with my wife.
Yeah, no, go watch. I think we're all kind of paying attention to this, like the last 3.9 seconds here.
Well, we can. Kyle, you're still driving, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, making sure you didn't go into a ditch or anything.
What a terrible defensive play, by the way. I mean, there was nobody.
Give us a play-by-play.
Ran down, guy popped out on the side on a 3-side out, and just nobody was there. Wide open 3, and there was 7.9 seconds left. They tried to double him, and he just popped a bounce pass right to him, and nobody was there. You said something about like the elite freshman, but like I'm thinking about like a lot of these ones. I mean, outside of Duke, does anybody have an elite freshman?
You got Daryl Peterson in Kansas. He's pretty.
Yeah, but the Kansas is out. I said
They're
ones
out now. Yeah,
I'm talking about ones, like team, like legit national title contenders right now. Like right now,
that's a good point.
Elite freshmen? I don't know. I mean, Florida doesn't.
Not elite, but
I don't. Does Arizona?
Koa Pete.
UConn, I think has.
They got Cole Pete. Yeah.
Is he a starter?
Well, I don't know about like just ones in general, but like Kevin's kind of talking about like I know BYU's out, but like they had AJ, and then you have Darren Peterson for Kansas. You have Darius Acuff, who very well could lead Arkansas to like Elite Eight, Final Four. So it's like you've seen these
Arkansas is going to get absolutely skull thumped in the next game. They might as well enjoy their one more game because they're getting absolutely skulled by Arizona. They'll play Arizona. No, they're 4. They'll play Arizona, and Arizona's up 11 right now. I don't think Arizona's going to lose. Arizona will skull thump Arkansas.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was thinking Houston. Houston is a 2. Yeah, but they do leave.
It's not as prevalent. If you have one, that's good, right?
That's fair. That's a good point.
I think if you get Stokes, I think Kentucky getting Stokes changes the narrative about Pope that he can't land guys. I mean, look, here's the thing. We ended up with Jasper Johnson, who was a top 15 recruit, and he might be the worst top 15 recruit in the history of Kentucky basketball. Like, he's not good. I know a lot of people shit on Malachi. I don't think that hate's warranted. He was supposed to be the 3rd string center this year, and he just kind of got thrust. He wasn't ready. I think that there's a decent player in there. I'm not saying we should build a starter. He should start next year, but I think he's got talent. All right. Sorry. Florida's inbounding.
Play by play.
Down. Shot. Up. Down. Game over. Iowa wins.
Wow. Good. You know, I want to say this. I'm that guy that has no problem rooting for other SEC schools. But Florida and Golden, no. Tennessee, I struggle with every now and then. But
fuck Todd Golden.
Exactly. That's
right. No, seriously. He is talking way too much shit.
He is.
No, seriously. Fuck him. Big time.
Yeah. So
I said I wasn't going to be very lively, but that son of a bitch is.
I figured I had to find the right words to press your buttons.
He's really punched my nerves here lately.
Did anybody see what Oscar Combs posted, by the way?
He was on a roll today. What was it?
Did you all see the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is the wifey happy? Okay. Well,
yeah. So we can't go long tonight. We can't go long. Okay.
Get the champagne ready, Terry.
Get the Blue Chew ready. It's sponsored by Blue Chew tonight. All right.
The group chat is going nuts, saying at least we control Florida fans now.
I'm prepared to troll Florida fans, baby.
Listen, that was a gift right there. That was a gift because now, no matter what happens, your big old talk about all that shit all year, Florida. Guess what? Ha ha ha.
All right, guys, let's do this.
I
said, baby. Season's over. Now what? We're looking ahead to next year. I'm going to rattle off some players, and I just tell us.
We're going to do a keeper stay or keeper go.
Yeah.
What does go down the line?
Should I stay or should I go?
Yeah, just go.
Jasper Johnson.
Go.
You don't think there's any hope?
I don't think I would say there's an 85% chance he's gone no matter what.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Jasper is, like you said, he's a top 15 recruit. He's fast walking to the locker room, trying to, get there as fast as possible off the court today. For me, he's still that top 15 recruit in his head, and he's shooting step back jumpers and playing lazy defense like he's cool. He definitely still believes that he can go to another school and produce. You know what I mean? I don't think there's, from what I've visually seen from Jasper, I don't think there's a kid in there who would be loyal to a brand and be like, you know what, I'm going to stay at Kentucky and I'm going to grow into the player that I need to be. Like, I don't sense there's any type of emotion like that from Jasper.
Jasper's still playing OTE ball. What he's doing.
Right. Like, he didn't go through the traditional thing. He's been surrounded by media and people gassing him up for the past 6 years. So
Jasper likes to play like he's Kobe, and he has no Kobe in him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much how you could put it.
This about sums it up. Jasper's doo-doo. Watch your language, by the way. Doo-doo. All right.
Thanks, Toby.
Yes, Toby. Good old. Good old Tubby. All right, so that's Jasper. Obviously Marino.
He can stay.
Don't. You know what? I won't say stay or go. I'll say don't lose him because,
And
like
don't overpay him.
Paul's point earlier, dude. Like Moreno was supposed to be the third center on this roster, and the fact that he, by the end of the season, was on the All SEC freshman team, had multiple double doubles to his name, for a freshman who probably grew up a little too quick. I guarantee you that this can be one of those centers that if you lose him to like someone who pays top dollar, you're going to be like, man, I wish we kept Malachi Moreno. He's a beast now. Like, look what he turned into. So
I think
you got to pay for that kid, man.
He's progressed.
You don't want to overpay. Do not overpay.
Yeah.
But what does that even mean?
Well, I don't know what that means. Honestly, I'm just saying it. I mean, I don't.
There's a going rate.
Yeah. But that my point is everybody wants to know what these kids are making and whether they're employees or not employees, and people have this number. What does that mean?
1.5.
Like, you are worth whatever someone will pay you.
Do we know what he got paid this season?
I think he's like 750.
750, I believe. Yeah.
Well, TB, the thing is, you can be worth something, but if someone can advertise you as being worth more, you then become a product of social media and the NBA. And there's so many layers to this now of the NIL era.
But that's the way it is in our capitalistic society. If I'm working at McDonald's and I'm the best fry person they have, and Wendy's is gonna double my salary, I am worth whatever the next person will pay me. That is capitalism, as I understand it to work.
I think what we're saying is that there's a number because you can go get somebody who's proven, and maybe you lose out on somebody who's going to develop into something. But I mean, I think you got to keep him.
There's selling
his Marino's upside. Seriously, I mean, you can't coach height. I mean, this guy's a legit. Now we got to figure out how do we increase his vertical, because clearly his vertical right now is enough, just enough for a snake to crawl under his vertical.
He has intangible issues as well. I mean, with especially grabbing the ball with two hands and holding onto it tight. I mean, that's something that has to be taught. That's something that has to be learned through experience. So, like, I know we can talk about potential all we want, but like, maybe things like that, when he has those attributes to his game, that's when he becomes worth that $2 million tag or whatever it may be.
But here's the thing:
but there's nothing like that he can't overcome either. Like, this is all coachable things that can be very easily fixed. It's not like he's got any really bad habits.
Now, do we, because of his status in the state and his love for Kentucky basketball, do we get the discount?
I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's going to be that much of a demand for him in the aspect that we are not going to be able to retain him. If we don't retain him, I think there's another reason.
Okay. Yeah, but in my brain, like, kind of answering TB's question from earlier, like, why are we talking about that? It's because maybe the point is now a coach could come in and say, hey, we're going to offer exactly what Kentucky's offering you, but we're going to do a way better job than Mark Pope's going to do at developing your game. And maybe that's what sways a kid like that over.
I just want to know, for the record, is this the Kenny Walker or is this a Kenny Walker? I need to know.
Next guy. Who's the next guy?
Who's the next guy? What?
Name another guy, Kevin.
Oh, name another. It's your. I'm like looking at it. Who are we looking at? we know I'm running out. Well, obviously Chandler can't be he's got to be more role.
Yeah, but you keep him.
Yeah, you got to
We still keep. Yeah, we got to keep him because he's clutch. He can be clutch.
Yeah,
he
but he also did improve from last year.
He did.
I think. Yeah, I listen, guys. If we would have won, we're sitting here talking about that block that he had on that alley-oop. Like, he doesn't get enough credit for the freak kind of athlete that he is. I think you keep Chandler. He could be a 6 man of the year type. I mean, you put him on the right team with the right floor spacing, with a good point guard, and you let him play to his strengths. The thing is that we had to ask him to do things that he wasn't, necessarily his strength.
And like, I think that's a guy for next year's roster where you're like, when he comes back, you're looking at this season and you're kind of like, well, he was thrown in all these situations and had to play a style that maybe he didn't think he would ever play. And now he's like this complete player who, like, you're so confident that he can do anything on the court at any time. He was a diamond in the rough of this year's squad. So, that could be one of those guys who, like, you have to maybe not build a team around per se, but like you have to have on your roster no matter what.
I don't like doing player comparisons because I feel like that's kind of unfair. But if we're talking just like as far as like the roles go, you can really kind of compare what Colin Chandler could be to what Darius Miller was to the 2012 team.
Yeah.
Right, a solid veteran who knows his role, comes in, plays solid defense, and can shoot shit out of the ball. Like that's all you need a player like him to do.
I agree.
So that's why
Darius Miller, arguably the most important player.
We don't win that title without him. Him and Deron Lamb. We do not win that
Legend.
Miller was
laughing at?
Huge. Miller was huge. Miller was huge during that Indiana game when we only got 9 minutes out of Anthony Davis.
What's so funny, Terry? TB?
Nothing. I'm good. Keep it going. I'm good.
No. Who are you laughing at? Me?
I'm not laughing at anything, man.
Come on. We need a soundbite. It's okay.
No soundbite. Keep it going.
Yeah, for the record, Kenny, you could have humored me and said, "Call me Sky." But
all right, next. Who's our next guy we're talking about?
Let's talk about Cam.
Yeah, Cam. He's
going to test the waters. I guarantee you, just because he's a freak.
All right, we're here. Dylan's chiming in. Need 4 starters, a starting center, We need 4 starters.
Well, I will say I was able to talk to Cam after the game.
What's that? Say it again. Okay.
Oh, I was saying I was able to talk to Cam after the game, and obviously a player's word doesn't go, it only goes so far nowadays. But he said obviously the plan is to return, but that's not what the type of question he wants to answer right now. Kind of deflected, but I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, and Lowe is not coming back as a point guard, Paul.
He's not coming back as a starter. He might come back. I don't know if he does, and the reason why I don't think he comes back is because I don't think you can place your hope on a guy that just had the injuries like that he had. And I think that there's some better. I think you're going to see some guys in the portal that you'd want a lot more as well.
And Jalen personally, I mean, he was a starter at Pitt, so it's like, is he really going to degrade his collegiate career and be like, yeah, I'll stay at Kentucky and be a backup and contribute when I can? I think it makes sense for him to go to another college, be a starter, and just kind of peacefully carry on his career somewhere else.
I'm going to pose this question to you guys, and I've got a lot of years as a Kentucky fan, and I've said this about certain players that whether they deserve to wear that jersey or not. Okay, I'm not going to get into all that, but of the players that are playing right now, seriously, how many of those are legit starters for a Kentucky
Right now?
basketball program? Right this year, how many really? Oh wait, who else is starting on
Next
a
year.
true?
I would say I'd take the whole starting lineup besides Yelovich, but outside of that, I would probably not say too many names. Like I feel like Colin, Denzel, Ortega, Moreno would be
that's my
four.
point. Is that of the 4 to me, arguably, are not Kentucky starting material, guys. Am I
Right.
wrong?
It's just what we're dealt, you know.
Why are we here? Why are we at this place?
Well, I hate to play the what if game, but you wouldn't be asking
you're
that
allowed to here.
question. You are, but you wouldn't be asking that question if Jalen Lowe and Jaden Quaintance played this entire season. You wouldn't be, you know. You would say Jaden Quaintance deserves to wear that jersey because he was amazing and played all year and ended up being that.
Well, let's
center that
stay
was
with
worth $4
JQ.
million.
Wasn't we
JQ.
0-2 with those two, anyways?
Yeah, I was going to say, for the
No,
record,
we won St. John's, right?
played really well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the second
St.
half,
John's.
that was it.
Okay.
I mean, other than that.
Yeah, but he played really well against St. John's.
Yeah, he did.
but in fairness, JQ, I mean, is it fair to say a long shot?
Don't bring that up. We'll talk for an hour about Jaden Quaintance.
Well,
That was that Mark Pope built his whole roster around a guy coming off an ACL injury, and that ultimately, I don't know if he makes that mistake again, but B, he listened to too many people and went and got, because what was the one gripe about our team last year? We weren't tough enough, not in the aspect that they didn't try, but our rebounding wasn't good. We had to go. So what do? We get Mo, we get all this stuff, and when we went out and got away from what made us good, which was floor spreading shooters with guys that could dribble, penetrate, kick, right?
Yeah,
we got away from that. And this whole team looked like it never ran. Now, I will say if this team is healthy all year, I think they're probably I'd say that they're anywhere from a 2 to a 5 seed. I don't think they would have been less. I definitely think they're a top 4 team in the SEC. I think you get JQ for a whole season, Jalen Lowe for a whole season. We saw what Jalen Lowe could bring, with flashes. I mean, he was hurt a lot, but even in those flashes, you saw what he could bring. You saw when JQ had that good game against St. John's, you saw what he could bring. Obviously, then we have some other knickknacks, right? Like Cam Williams then goes out and misses 12, 13 games. So I think if you saw this team healthy, I think we'd feel different. But the problem is that they weren't, and the roster construction has to be around to where your main guys that you build around, you have to know that unless something freakishly happens, like you can survive one of those guys being out. And JQ was the guy they were going to build around, and he obviously played like 3 games, and that's it.
I will circle around to what TB said earlier. It's like when you look back on coaches, and you can bring up that they adapted and they changed. Maybe we're just caught in the middle right now, and this is Pope's hard lesson, the season where he had to learn how to do things, and maybe he's a silent killer in the off season, and he takes all these lessons.
I hope
from year 2.
I hope.
I'm turning it over to you because we are heading into year 3 with him. And
look, guys, I hope that Mark Pope figures it out. Right? I hope he figures it out. Right? Like we talk about sophomore slumps, but I will tell you, coaches that get 3 years, so you take Billy G out of it, right? You win at least 69% of your games.
Yeah.
The coaches that we talk about that win championships win 75% of their games. And that's over 80 years. That's over 80 years of data to back up what a Kentucky coach should be. The ask is you win 75% of your games and you win a championship. You compete for championships. That's the ask, right?
I don't think that's a lot to ask.
Joe B. Hall won 75% of his games, championship runner-up. Coach Cal won 78% of his games, 4 Final Fours in the championship.
Yeah.
Tubby Smith won 75% of his games, championship.
Even
Patino
75
won
with 10 being 10 lost Tubby, he still won 75.
He went 87-15 over 3 years. I think we talk shit about Tubby Smith. Tubby Smith's last 2 years, because people think for whatever reason Tubby was bad for a long time.
No, I mean we were the number 1 overall seed multiple times with them.
03, 04, and 05, he went 87-15 and 49-5 in the SEC.
Wow.
And then 06, 07, his record is better than what Pope has done. And we ran that Negro out of town. What I'm saying is, what did I say?
No, just nothing.
Yeah, we ran his Negro ass out of town. But now that Pope is 44-27, well, the world is different, and the this and the that, and things change, TB. If the standard is the standard, if we have 5 guys that have won championships and 5 guys have won 75% of the games across 100 fucking years of basketball, stop telling me that right now, because you like the coach, well, TB, things just happen. Who knows?
I do want to say there's a new facade.
I'm sorry.
There's a new facade with Mark Pope that I think everyone's tired of, because I feel like the beginning, when the season started slow, we were all kind of like, well, let's give it time and figure out, because he played
JQ's
at
coming
Kentucky.
back, J-Lo's coming back, all that, right?
And then also on top of that, you're like, he played at Kentucky. He loves the fans. He's involved in the community. He's one of us. But now we're kind of seeing through that, avenue of bullshit, for lack of a better word. And that's what I'm saying. You have to put results out on the table.
We also ran Tubby out of town because Tubby couldn't get it done in the NCAA tournament anymore. I mean, we were losing games to like 8-9 seeds, right? Like we were losing before we were losing in a Sweet 16. What do we have? What do we make? One Elite 8 after the title, and the other 9 years Tubby was there, and we were the number 1 overall seed, I think 3 times.
Which labels him Rick's guys.
We only made it once if you don't count 03 and 05. That means it's twice. Words mean things. Like this person made Cal didn't win a championship. He won one. Like he had all that talent and couldn't win a championship. Words mean things. My mother's an English teacher.
Hold on.
He didn't win a championship.
Tubby only went to 1 Final Four, right? Right? And won it. Correct?
Yeah.
Which is good, but why he left was because it got stale, because after 10 years we couldn't get back over that hump. That's why he was gone. I agree with you though, but he also got 10 years and deserved 10 years. I think what we're saying the same thing a little different. Pope only deserves 1 more year. You get 1 more year this, you got to go, because there's nothing there, right? That's
because
exactly it.
I've been saying this. I've been saying year 3, and people have been coming at me. I'm like, year fucking 3.
No, I agree with you, man.
I don't care who's
I agree
injured.
with you.
Sarah, what are we doing here, TB?
I don't care about any of that. We went to Final Fours and won championships before Negroes could play. We won after integration. We won after the 3-point shot. Now, all of a sudden, it's got to be like, well, the administration and the moon is in the second sea. I don't give a fuck about any of that. Win ball games. I tweeted this out. I'm tired of every P5 game we play, and they said it today. If Kentucky can cut it to 10, y'all not tired of that?
Say it. They did.
They got happy because you come down to 20 with 5 minutes left. Oh, Kentucky's within 20.
Hold on. The injuries, I will take the losses. But to be fucking embarrassed, the worst loss in the NCAA tournament since like 1951? Are you fucking kidding me?
Most turnovers ever in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, ever. And we played the most games.
Yes.
Like
most losses in a regular season, like most losses in an actual full season, take the COVID out, since 1989.
And that was probation. All I'm saying is everybody wants to. We like Pope. Like, I don't care. Whoever coaches my team, I don't care. I'm tired of Corey Price pulling out stats that either include the probation team, or
I'm
before fucking
texting Corey
Hawaii was
Price
a
right
state.
now.
And I'm supposed to be like, well, it's okay. He's got a lot of injuries. You
Well,
don't
that
think we've
happened
had
before
dog
America
shit?
was back-to-back World War champs, guys. Come on, let's be
That's what I'm
honest.
saying. My fucking people were still fucking in fucking Jim Crow, and I've got to fucking listen to all these fucking, like, what are we fucking doing?
Holy hell.
What are we doing that people are okay? Well, we haven't lost this way since Winkleman in 1924. What are we doing?
But
That's all I'm
I don't
asking.
get a vibe that the overall fan base, like I'm really pretty sure if we polled right now, you'd get it 80% of the fan base would want him fired. If they could do it, I think they'd want him gone.
Okay, yeah, but here's the thing. So, my bad. I know we're all just gonna keep cutting each other off, and I apologize.
No, good. Listen, this is a vent session. You knew this was going to happen. Just roll with it.
I
This is
apologize,
my
guys.
jam. What are you talking about?
That was
Go.
great, TB. TB, don't apologize. That was great.
No.
Nobody
I'm wound up.
Fuck this. Listen, I am so one excuse and one thing I get tired of fucking hearing all the time is Calipari only had one national championship. Okay, but facts. Okay, yeah, he won one.
It is hard to win a
It's
national
hard to win a
championship.
fucking national championship. There's a reason
We
why
went to
it's so
4
many
Final
teams.
Fours in 5 years and
Thank
2 more
you.
Elite Eights.
One
He's
thing
a
Calipari
fucking
did,
goat.
he fucking competed. He
Yeah.
competed every year, damn near, except for the last 5 years. Fuck that. We won't talk about that. But his first 10 years, he competed every single year. At least,
And we did compete. We did compete. We had 2 seeds and 3 seeds, and then lost. That was the big problem, right? Like we couldn't get it done. Those teams were even good.
And then we talk about we fucking love Pope. Okay, sure we do. Thank you. That was 30 years ago. We appreciate you still. But at the end of the day, the only reason why he's not getting the Billy Gillespie treatment, okay, the only reason why he's not doing it is 2 reasons. He's not a fucking drunk, okay, and he's and he's the captain of the '96 championship team. That's the only reason why he's still fucking here. All right. So
I'm going to give you another thing. It's Mitch Barnhart. Because if Mitch Barnhart wasn't the athletic director, I promise you we'd be trying to. Because my overall thing is this: you really want Mitch fucking Barnhart to make another goddamn basketball hire? Are we fucking serious? No, I'd rather go with Pope. I'd rather go with Pope. I'd rather stick with Pope with a JV basketball roster next year than have Mark Pope hire another 5-year contract. Mitch Barnhart.
I do. I can say with confidence that the moment that new AD gets in there and Mark Pope's got through his 3rd year, it's going to be like, hey, we have tenured coaches at every single sport of this university. Will Stein's on an upbringing, but the only, coach that's not succeeding is what we're known for, men's basketball. So you're out of here. Bring a new guy in. I think that's exactly what's going to end up happening.
And he's gonna want to make a mark, guys. Like if we actually get an outside hire and we do this the right way, which I don't have a lot of faith in, but let's say we do. Let's say we do. Like, what's the one thing that AD could come in here and look like a fucking savior on? I don't know. Fire Mark Pope, get a head coach, and they compete for a fucking Final Four berth the next year. That'd be a pretty big thing, right? So I'm telling you, Mark Pope has a 1-year contract right now. It's a 1-year contract. I hope you get a 2-year contract and the 3-year contract. But if you don't, it's 1 more. That's it. There's no other denying this. And like TB, the only thing I'll push back on, I'm not giving an excuse. This isn't an excuse, but it is a thing because we are seeing college sports is changing a little bit in the aspect of a couple things. Blue bloods aren't going and getting whoever the fuck they want anymore in the coaching world because now you have these schools and boosters that are starting to pony up. So I don't have to leave. I don't have to leave BYU. I don't have to leave all these schools. They stay. That's also what happened. I will tell you, I know this for a fact. The reason why we got Mark Pope was twofold. One, because he was going to be super thankful. It's his dream job, and Mitch wanted somebody you could control. 2, every big name said no because of our NIL structure. That was a huge reason also why Cal left was our NIL structure. Now, we can talk about he wasn't good. Now it's not an excuse, but we have to look at it when I'm saying when we're looking at what's wrong with Kentucky basketball, we got to start at the top and work our way down, right? Because if we just hire someone again, we're in the same rut and again and again and again. So that's all I'm saying. Like we have to look at the overall problem holistically. It's not an excuse. It's just the rot. We got to fix it.
No, well, you know what? For the record, guys, real quick, Michelle Morton may have the answer for us. I think I need to send you guys some gummy bears.
You better make sure the milligrams are really high at this point.
Very good, MM. But what's the temperature in Arizona right now? That dry heat.
I think she said it was. Somebody asked, Michael Durr asked, "Am I saying that Pope should be fired?" No, I think
I've got
year 3.
He should be technically.
Hold on, guys, real quick. There's been some comments in the chat. Let me
let
me share.
Yeah, throw them out. Throw them out.
TB, before I wanted to hear what TB was going to say before you pull that up about.
All right, go ahead.
Because I know you was.
About
TB,
what? About
what I had just said about like the structure and the holistic aspect of everything, top down.
When I say I don't care, this is like I understand how things work. I'm not stupid, right? I understand it starts with the president, the AD. I get all that. Like I'm not nebulous to this kind of stuff. What I'm asking for as a John Q fan is a commitment from the university to get this done.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like that. Yep.
Like every university, and this, going back to it's a basketball school. It fucking is, right? Every university, for the most part, has something that athletically, this is what we do, right? I'm in the middle of Iowa. Wrestling is huge, okay? The wrestling
pro wrestling or that amateur bullshit?
Collegiate
wrestling. Shout out Seth Rollins.
No, shout out AEW. Shut up, Kai.
So what I'm saying is every university has to have a commitment to this is what we do. This is what we're known for. This is what we have to push for, right? I'm not putting this all on Mark Pope. Like there's a lot of things about him. Obviously, I'm like, hey, like, because the injuries, okay, that happened, set them aside. The NIL, what I'm talking about is the stuff in game.
I agree with you.
How do you go from up 12 points to down 20 points in 20 minutes of gameplay?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Then you take a step back and you look at how we're building the program and all this kind of stuff. What I gripe about is we have had a run of coaches that have been able to turn shit into applesauce, right? Every coach since Adolph Rupp has been SEC Coach of the Year at least, because when the chips were down, they figured out how to get it done even if they were shorthanded. Mm-hmm. Yes, Coach Cal had a lot of NBA talent. Did you ever look at the 2011 tournament that he went through? Number 1 Ohio State, taking down top-ranked North Carolina. You ever look at 2014?
That team was not great during the regular season.
Right. Look at 2014, how he righted that ship. Tubby, X's and O's. It's the anniversary of the Duke game today, right? Like, look at the X's and O's. That's what I'm talking about. I need to see you, if the chips are down, right? If the chips are down, can you coach Kentucky to victory? All this other shit be damned. Can you do it? That's the question I still have in my mind for Mark Pope.
I agree with you. Not even that. Can you coach the team at least not to at least sometimes look like cognizant? Like we're even at that point, which is sad. I mean, that was the thing, right? Like today, you're seeing him on the sidelines, and even this, right? When you saw Santa Clara hit that shot, did you see that close up of him where he just kind of looks away, and then he's like, "You got it," and he hits it, and he just does this, and he's just like, "Let's go, man!" I wanted to see a F yeah, and run over and show some fucking emotion, man. Like that. I don't know, man. That's the thing.
Just do the John Wall and chase him down the court and jump on him like he did to DeMarcus Cousins.
That was great.
Yeah.
So Dylan's saying real quick, year 1, everyone said he succeeded. Did he? I don't know. Did he succeed? Okay, I guess.
I thought last year was. I mean, considering the team that we had and the injuries were tournament. We couldn't we weren't playing
fair.
All year with them, right? We lose J-Rob with only a couple games left in the season, right? Then we get Lamont Butler gets hurt again. I think that was a little bit different than this year.
I'm actually having a text sparring with Corey Price because I told him that you brought his name up, Terry, and he said basically to leave his name out of your mouth.
I'm not saying anything bad about Corey. I'm just saying he's providing.
I'm kidding. And it's like, you are saying something bad.
The worst loss since 1951. Are you shitting me? Like my dad wasn't even in high school in 1951. So
What is this? Rachel Baker is the answer. What's that mean?
Kick him out.
Kick him out. Block him forever. If that's a serious quote, if that's a serious quote,
he's doing that to get that reaction.
I hope you eat a bag of dicks for the rest of your life. I've seen Dave angry. Look right here, right now. It's like he would run him over with his lawnmower right now if he was in front of him for saying that.
I just fucking cut grass for the first time this season, so that motherfucker's ready to go.
Jesus. All right, good. All right. So here's Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie. Been a fan since I was a little girl. You're still little. 43 is little. I don't know.
Just because you're old as fuck.
Yeah, I'm old as fuck. I don't know what the hell happened to this program.
I'm half her age.
You know, let's bring Stephanie off the ledge, guys. What has happened? You know, she's been a fan since she was a little girl.
And hit mute because I might talk for 30 minutes on this one.
Oh well, I mean, all we got is time, right?
Now TB got some champagne he's got to go.
But then thank you, Iowa, for beating Florida. Yes, we can't put Todd Golden. Man,
is there a team that is hated almost the least in like someone like Iowa? I mean, is there a team that you actually like? Is there anything about? I know we played them in a bowl game once, but is there any kind of like when you see Iowa play somebody? Yeah, well, yeah. But when you see Iowa play someone, do you ever go, God, I hope Iowa loses?
Not really.
I don't know if I've ever said that.
Well,
they're good people. They've welcomed me in, so I take it. But
we just want Iowa to score more than Iowa football scores. We want them to be more than a baseball score, Terry.
You know what's funny about that? Iowa scored more points per game than Kentucky the last 3 years. So
that in my face.
There you go. There you go.
In football,
like people say,
Iowa basketball.
Do what?
In football, I believe that.
Yeah, football.
Yeah, in football they've outscored. Yeah, in football they've outscored. Yeah,
dude,
they got a good thing going on.
We only scored 20 points against against the SEC team once last year.
Yeah. Now this point that somebody brings up, there's going to be some open jobs. Like here's
we talked about this.
Hubert Davis
going to have an open job, right?
Like because Hubert Davis, former player, had a good first year, had everybody feeling good, and then.
So here's what we talked about on our space. Like, this is a really weird situation for Kentucky to be in because you are sitting here with Pope. Let's say Davis comes back because right now I've heard it's 50-50. You have a high chance that North Carolina's open. I don't think UCLA opens this year. I think it's a better chance next year. I think there's an outside possibility that Duke could open next year if Duke loses in the Sweet 16 and then gets bounced early next year. So like not everything is peaches and honey over in Duke land. Like they're recruiting well, but they're not winning at a high level still. I think it just got to see where that goes. There was a couple other teams that could open next year, right? Or a couple other like pro. You might not see the coaching carousel this year that you see next year. So they are right in this. Like, but what happens if North Carolina,
Louisville,
Kentucky, Louisville might open next year too? You could have 3 or 4 blue bloods. I forgot some of the other ones. Kansas might open. Michigan State could open because both of those guys. I mean, Izzo might step down at the end of next year. So like you could have 3 to 5 blue bloods open in one shot, and that's very not good for Kentucky or anybody else because now you're competing and they're not going to go get. Like, I think Autzenberger is probably going to be like the crown jewel out there at some point because Iowa State doesn't have an NIL situation that's going to be able to like move the needle where they can invest a lot of money. Now, maybe they find it, but I that's one of the only coaches out there that's coaching at like a higher level. Like, you're not going to go get Arizona's coach. You're not going to get any of the top. You're not going to go get any of these guys anymore because they're in good situations now and they don't need to. They can stay where they're at. They just increase the NIL and almost every school can pay the same salary Kentucky can now. So you're going to have to go find, look like where Golden was at San Francisco, right? That's why the AD picking the next coach is so damn important because what's one thing Florida's done really well? They've identified and developed talent, right? Okay. So you got to find a guy that can not only hit the portal, but I can identify the talent and then make the teams go well together. So you got to go find someone in that golden realm. And I know everyone wants to like say Miami of a house coach. I'm like, stop. Like the 1 year, like, no, there are going to be coaches out there you're going to have to find, but like it's a smaller window with that. And, you know, are they going to go after a Billy Donovan if Billy Donovan's available? I don't know,
I
man.
will
Like,
say what's puzzling to me when you're bringing all this up, I think Pope did that his first year. Like he went out and found Amari Williams with his staff, and he, you know, Kobe Barea was already prominent, but you know, you bring in Kobe Barea, you establish that Lamont Butler is a senior guard, and you know what he can do in March Madness. Like he put that team together, he really did. And so, like, it's kind of a puzzle why like those roots weren't kept intact going into year 2.
it's because he listened to the message boards.
He listened to your spaces.
Was he on
You didn't listen to
KSR board?
mine.
Don't tell him.
Yeah, he didn't listen to my spaces
Yeah,
because
well.
we didn't say we said go find an elite rebounder. We didn't say go get a bunch of guys who can't shoot and can just rebound.
We didn't say get 6 rebounders. We said
Yeah, just go. What about Mo D? What do we think about him? Keep or go?
Oh,
he
I think it's the first 50-50. I love him personally. I think
he's an energy guy to me.
Once again, if he brings
Yeah,
me
there are a lot of
from
games.
Alabama, that's that.
Yeah,
I look at this roster.
Rebound.
I want. There. I don't see him as a Kentucky kid. To me, Mo. I'm sure he's a good.
What does that
kid.
even mean?
Yeah, I don't even know what that. I don't either.
And I'm not dazzled by him. I
never thought he didn't play hard though.
Mo's a guy that cares about. I understand what you're saying. Like you could see him caring about another school just as much as he cares about Kentucky. Like maybe he's not that deeply rooted with the Wildcats, but I do think he's one of those guys who like was never short of giving his all in a game or trying to be the difference maker. Like there was never when he brought up the guys who quote unquote played hard, like Mo was always in the conversation.
We're gonna go forever if we got to keep him a little shorter, or we're gonna go to like midnight. What about Garrison?
No.
He seems like a guy that will probably test the waters for sure.
I think I would say no to Garrison.
I'm not a fan. I know he had a nice game against
Yeah, but it's 1 every 10.
I know. No, he's expendable. He's got it. No.
I think
I don't want
that's what I know. It's a long conversation, but Brandon Garrison has the tools. We've seen how good of a defender he can be at times, and how good of a even rebounder.
Your key word, Kai, at times.
Yes.
I don't.
But like he'll go on a like I know for a fact alley-oop dunk off of a fast break, and then 2 back-to-back blocks, and then he turns the ball over, dribbling it off his foot, and airballs a post fadeaway. And it's just like you can coach that though, and that's what frustrates me.
What about Yelovich?
Well, I was just gonna say real quick, if you're comparing Garrison and Mo at the 4, like who would you rather keep? I think most of us here would say Mo to come off the bench as a 4.
Yes.
I'd say pick your poison, but I'd lean Mo.
Yeah, Mo.
And I don't need Mo to shoot 3-point shots.
That's not his job.
No.
His job.
No, but it's not his job, but he does do it.
He's an energy guy, rebounding and defense. That's and put back dunks. That's his job. Yelovich,
Yelovich is weird for me because that was the player that I had the liberty of like interviewing multiple times, like before the season and everything like that. And he's just one of those guys who you could tell he was so visually and he even vocalized it after a couple of the games, like annoyed by how inconsistent the team was and just the amount of confusion that went on. Like nobody was ever on the same page during some spurts.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can kind of sense from him, like even today, talking to him after the game, kind of sense like, thank God this is over, so I can like find what my future's going to end up being like. Like it's just one of those situations.
I just found because apparently someone had bookmarked this and now it's going like really like crazy. So on March 14th, I said if you have shot makers, Florida is the easiest 1 seed to beat, and it got all kinds of crazy comments. And someone just said, "Congratulations, this is probably the best day of your life." I told you.
Well,
I at least I could call one thing out.
In my house, we thought I would win because they play that 5 out and they make you play defense for 25 to 30 seconds every time down.
And they're a decent 3-point shooting team.
They really are. They limit your possessions because every Iowa sport by state law, is you have to slowly grind out wins. That's what you have to do in every sport.
I think Jelly is a guy that we bring back though. I don't know if you saw his post game comments, but he's the only dude in the last 2 weeks that have said stuff that you're kind of like, man, I like
He's
that.
called him out. He's calling
it out. He did it again today. Called the effort out. I don't look. I actually think that Yelovich, there's a player in there. If you look at his stat line against Santa Clara, I mean, he had like 8 rebounds in like a short amount of time. Like he would get pulled pretty fast. If he can get his shot right, he's the perfect Mark Pope for. He's basically like Andrew Carr. He just needs to get a little bit stronger. And I mean, I think out of all the players we're talking about, him and Cam Williams have the most upside. I'll just be honest with you.
Well, I completely agree with that, but
stretch 4 because he's 6'11".
I agree, but I'm kind of, I don't know how he feels, obviously, but I'm kind of more in the realm, like you just said, he was doing well against Santa Clara, and he gets pulled and doesn't really.
He was doing well against Florida too. Was it Florida or Missouri or something?
Yes.
We had like 7 points in a row, and then didn't play for 16 minutes.
Yes, and Mark Pope's rotations. Why in the world is a guy who, like you said, can advertise that he is capable of doing something? And he probably is better off going to another school and getting more minutes, getting more action, getting what he thinks he deserves. It's weird. It's
Brett
weird.
said, "Why would you want Moreno back? He is weak, can't rebound, can't score unless it's wide open, gets pushed around." Well, I don't know how many double doubles you missed that he had this year as what he should have been the third center, and I will die on that, guys. I know he was not a perfect player this year. I'll die on the Moreno Hill. He was supposed to be the third GD center this year, and the only reason he started was because JQ got hurt and Brandon Garrison sucked donkey dick in the first 20 games. All right, that's it.
No.
So you had to step up. So stop yelling at him and saying shit about his mom on Twitter. Like, not you, Brett didn't do that.
Thank you for bringing that up.
I'm not calling Brett out, but like we gotta have some expectations because I will say this: our fan base is super passionate, but there's a bunch of some of y'all's out there right now taking it to a different level, getting personal, all this. Like, guys, like at the end of the day, sports is not real life. We can talk about this. We're passionate. We fucking love it, right? Yeah. But like we can do it in a smarter way. We're a blue blood, right? Like we gotta act like it. Like we're not Arkansas, and our fan base is starting to act like a little dumbass like Arkansas in some ways, and we need to stop that.
I'm not that guy, but I want to be that guy. In no way should a fucking grown ass man go at any of these kids. They're what we're talking about. It's
always the ones who don't look like they play basketball.
Listen, if you want to say Jasper Johnson's not good enough, he's probably maybe the worst topic. That's a fair critique. You can critique these guys all you want. They're making $1 million. They're close. They're making more money than we are combined, probably. It's okay, but there's just some dumb shit that our fan base says sometimes is crazy.
Well, here's the other thing too. We know this. We have the most passionate fan base out there. and our numbers. When a Kentucky game is on, there's viewership. ESPN has put it out there.
They put a practice on under Cal.
Exactly.
Like, just a practice. Like
a practice. They will put a practice on as an event on ESPN because viewership. But at the same time, too, our fan base is,
toxic.
There you go. That's
They put a fucking press conference on it. What are you talking about?
Yes,
I did 1 million impressions today by itself. All right, the fan base does shit.
It does. Go ahead.
Yeah, tell me another fan base. We posted a picture of a player's mom hugging the coach's wife, and it gets 30,000 likes. I mean, like, there's different levels to this fan base where they care, but they are your worst enemy when you're not on their right side.
It's crazy.
The thing about this fan base is it's a Frankenstein of the best and worst aspects of every other fan base. They've got the superiority of Yankees fans, the gloom and doom of Red Sox fans, the you have to do this the right way of St. Louis Cardinals fans, the look at the rings of Dallas Cowboys fans. It's an amalgam, right? Because what happened after the away game against Santa Clara, right? I hear a lot of people like, oh my goodness, this is great. Good things never happen to Kentucky. And I'm almost 50 years old. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, good things do happen to Kentucky. Like, we need to keep things in perspective. Yes, it's been a bad couple of 5 or 6 years, but like, what are you talking about?
We also had a hell
which
of a
is
run
fucking
before
too
that.
long, TB.
It's long, but we also had a hell of a fucking run. I mean, what was it? 3 Elite Eights, 4 Final Fours, and a title.
I'm thank you for saying it because
5 SEC tournament titles. Was it 5 or 6 SEC tournament? I forget.
Right,
I mean, Jesus. I mean, we had
10 years of Cal.
We had a generational run. There was you're due to have a fall off.
Right, but people are like, "Woe is Kentucky fans," and my wife, who's not a Kentucky fan, is like, "This." She sends tweets because a lot of people follow her on Twitter. She follows all people. She's like, "This is why people hate you guys. Is because when something good happens, you're like, woe is us." And then when ESPN makes the mistake of the Sweet 16 thing with Duke, then it's like we beat our chest. Like, no, we've got the most sweet. So which is it? Do we have a lot of stuff in our trophy case? Or are we a sad sack that you've never seen win a championship? Which is
I posted this,
it can't
TB,
be both.
TB, I don't know if you saw this, but I posted something yesterday because Arkansas fan posted something about standards and posted their SEC championship. And I literally went on this thing and said, we don't even hang banners for that shit. You guys hang banners for NITs and all this. We don't even hang banners for winning we don't even hang one for the SEC tournament. That's what we're not the same.
It was like the early 2000s. The Herald Leader in Lexington did a report on because they were renovating Memorial Coliseum. It was basically, where are the SEC trophies, right? They were in the basement of Memorial. Some people had walked out of the building with them at their house. That's what we do with SEC championships. Now, I know that they're in the Kraft Center now, but it's the point of we're not doing this for that. I understand. What I'm saying, Kentucky fans, is you can't have an inferiority complex and a superiority. Pick a fucking lane. Either we are the best program in the history of college basketball, or we're not. That's all I'm saying. Either we're great or we're not. But this, oh man, we finally won. I never see my team win. What are you talking about? I've seen Anthony Davis play. I've seen Jamal Mashburn play. I've seen Tony Delk play. What are you talking about? I know I'm wrong. I get it.
I unfortunately think that the fan base is so wide that your real truthers, like the guys who really know what they're talking about and are really passionate about the team, you don't really hear stuff from them. But maybe the guys who tune in every now and then and they're like, oh, Mark Pope lost another game, shocker. And they have no idea about the history or anything. I feel like that's more prominent today.
You know
With
what?
guys
All right.
in their boxers
Saying
in the basement.
Yeah, they're saying Kentucky is not a blue blood. Like, look, you've fallen. And I'm sitting here going
Okay,
like,
hold on.
I was
hold
like,
on.
this is what I told an Arkansas fan this. I was like, you have one SEC title and one national title in 32 years. What the fuck are your standards? MGM Bet posts and says Kentucky and the Dallas Cowboys are like they're alike. And I'm like, we're like, bitch, we win 3 titles since Dallas won their last title. Like, what are you fucking on? Like, that's the thing is Kentucky fans. I wish this. I understand, like, there's a big segment of the fan base and they're loud because they're 12 years old. A lot of them are idiots that are under the age of 25 and big and loud on time. You know, Pope sucks, all this stuff, right? Like, have some goddamn pride in your fucking university when these loudmouth pricks that have the fucking trophy case of Vanderbilt football come talking shit. Remind them of who the fuck they are. Because I promise you, if I see one Iowa State motherfucker on my timeline, I'm going to say congratulations. You haven't won shit in 82 fucking years. Go do something else. Like, get past now. Now go do something else.
Badass.
Paul, if you point him out to me, I will go to fucking Ames. I don't give a shit because Iowa State is the little brother in this state. Because I'm still Kevin and Davo. Did I not send you the picture? I'm all around wearing my Kentucky stuff. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna wear my Kentucky stuff, and I'll be like, I wish a motherfucker would.
Have some goddamn
and you're gonna
pride,
go.
man.
You're gonna wear your Kentucky wardrobe out to jogging, and that Karen will reach out to you like, "All right, do you live around here?"
Not today, Karen.
I only accept shit talking from actual programs that win. I don't accept shit talking. I don't even accept shit talking from Louisville because they haven't won shit since the 80s. Like, no, we literally are. You want to come talk shit and you're a Duke fan? It sucks, but I'll take it because you've proven it. Even North Carolina fans, like, haha, Indiana fans, pound saying you ain't won shit since 1987. Yep. Like, if you haven't won something since, like, I don't know, like, smartphones have been around. Shut the fuck up and go do something with your life. You're over barking up a tree. It's so irritating, man. And that's why I wish Kentucky fans have a little more fucking pride with that and just tell people where to shove their fucking stupid comments, because it is really dumb that you're taking this. And some of these guys are agreeing. Yeah, we got it down. Fuck Pope, you know, cope with Pope. And these are Kentucky fans. Like, there's a big segment of our fan base that gloated when we won. Told you, fuck Pope. Like, go root for Louisville.
I can't say kind of be careful what you say because I did have an Iowa State fan call me out, and I just got suspended from Twitter for the next 12 hours. So kind of
hold on. In their defense, what did you tell that Iowa State fan to do?
What did you say?
Oh no,
I may or may not have. I'm not going to incriminate myself.
Come on,
I may or may not have said. He said he did the Dave come outside. Like, I've never seen this account before in my life, and I was eating pizza with my wife, and I just politely tweeted him back. I said, I don't even know who the fuck you are. Find a cliff. That's what I told him. And then apparently
that's actually impressive that you got suspended for that.
He got suspended.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, here's the thing to live in. You can call people dumb and say low IQ. And I found so many clever ways to basically tell people that with just those words. Dude, go look at the post that I did that I RT'd with the Arkansas SEC title picture. And I'm literally just, dude, if I want engagement and it's down, I'll just post something about Arkansas and they flood, man. And they will fucking comment. I can literally get 10 comments out of someone. I'm like, thanks for, I retweeted it. I was like, thanks for the free engagement, Arkansas.
But why are we, I mean, Cal's in our head too. Or
I disagree. I actually disagree. I think if Cal was somewhere else, I think if Cal was at Arkansas and their fans just were not asshats, I think we'd actually be like, hey man, like if Cal ran on a run, that'd be kind of cool, man. Like, good for him. He left and he did right.
I'm rooting for him.
Want Arkansas to lose because their fans are such insufferable cucks. Like, I want them to just fucking lose by 50. I don't hate Cal.
No, but I want them to lose because they ran Nolan Richardson out of town.
They did that
And it
too.
wasn't until they made
that too.
Nolan Richardson that they got back to the Elite Eight. Talk about that.
So what are we saying here? Hold on, guys. I view roster like this: Noah, Jasper
read all
likely
this shit.
leaving.
agree.
For the record, I don't need a token dude on our team that can win the 3-point shooting contest. That means zero to me.
Boy, I gotta tell you what, the worst thing that was Mark Pope hyping up Noah all off season, and what a bust that was.
Yes. OA, JQ, money spent.
They're all gone.
Yeah.
Just
Lowe won't be a backup, so you don't have to worry about that. There's no shot.
Right.
Lowe will either be back as a starter or gone.
Just
What
listen,
am I missing here? Why wouldn't he come back as a starter?
I think it's going
You
to
don't
depend.
think he's starting
It
material?
has nothing to do with it's not him, because I think it's going to be whether or not Pope wants him back. I don't think Jalen Lowe is honest to God, I don't think Jalen Lowe is a Pope point guard.
Okay.
I don't think he's a
That's
point
fair.
guard that I think we need someone that's a little bit more like a Lamont Butler. He can you can drive a little bit more physical. I don't think he's the type of guy, but I don't want to get into too much, but there are guys that are going to be going into the portal that you're going to want a lot more. Someone said, do you think someone like Jai Lucas would come here? I don't. I don't think I know I love Miami as well, and I grew up down there, but man, why would you leave Miami when you have an excellent NIL situation? You really only have Duke or North Carolina to really compete with outside of a Rando that every little bit, right? And
Virginia,
and you have crazy NIL. Yeah, I mean, but consistently, you probably have Duke or North Carolina, and then maybe a Rando like Virginia or NC State, right? But they have unlimited NIL. Look what he did in the first season and one off season, and he's gonna go pull 5-star kids. I mean, honestly, I thought Cal might go to Miami because of the situation. Obviously, he went to Arkansas, but I don't see I don't think someone like Jai Lucas is going to come here because there's no driving force for him, because Miami can invest and is investing in everything. 10 years ago, I would agree with you.
It's
But
Miami.
10 years ago, Miami's went Elite Eight, went to an Elite Eight and a Final Four in the last 3 years. And Coral Gables is beautiful, by the way. I don't know if anybody's been there, but it's a beautiful, beautiful campus.
That kind of circles back to what you were
there's no
saying
pressure.
about the big dogs earlier. Those top tier coaches that are comfortable, why would they ever consider Kentucky anymore? History only goes so far.
Kai, are you still driving?
7 or 8.
Yeah.
I think it's 6 or 8 years, maybe you might see Jai Lucas make a jump just because he wants to see himself and challenge somewhere else. But I don't think you're going to see that now. I think, and also, I'll be honest with you, I don't want Jai Lucas after year 2 at Miami. I think you want Jai Lucas after 7 or 8 years at Miami, where he's taken to a Final Four, won an ACC title, something like that. And then if he's willing to talk, that's what you want.
Here's the other thing too. Let's be honest. For us Kentucky fans, history of Kentucky basketball is one thing, but let's be honest. In this day and age of college sports, it is what have you done for me lately? And lately, we'll get ESPN a lot of viewerships or views with a Kentucky basketball game. We're still that team, but big picture, we're literally one of all these programs that are vying for the same freaking talent. And what has come out in the last week or so, that whole $22 million that we spent on this roster, it was just $22 million because there's several other programs that spent more than that. IU, a couple others that didn't get their bang, for their buck. But I guess my point is who are we right now, guys? Really, who are we? A few years ago, the name on the jersey meant something. But right now, not so much, guys. Talk to me. Who are we?
I mean, that's kind of how it goes. I think as fans, we get wrapped up the name on the front. I shared today, Jamal Mashburn talked about why he came. He could play right away, and he wanted to play with a coach that had NBA connections. Like
One of my all-time favorites. But
I think we as fans romanticize, why wouldn't you want to play for Kentucky? But for a lot of those top guys, it's a good situation to help them get to where the next step is going to be. Like, I think they get here, they learn to love it, and it's great and everything like that. But for a lot of these kids, they don't know. Like, they don't know. And it's up to the coach to put a team in place where they want to come play here. That's my 2 cents.
We have almost 1,200 people on this, by the way.
We do.
I don't know if y'all realize that, but we have almost 1,200 people watching.
It's because of Davo's sexy Cincy Reds.
It was TB's jersey. Rant, man. It got everyone fired up.
No, it's that.
We had that one night.
Davo's shirt. It's TB's rant. It's Paul's voice.
It's a lot of. It's like Voltron out here. But remember, what night was it that we stayed up to 2 o'clock in the morning? What game was that? What game was that? Arkansas? It was Arkansas. The Arkansas win. Then we went to 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had to quote Cal and be like, "You people are crazy." But we got to wrap this up, man.
We got to wrap this up. Yeah. All right. I know this is not a bleed blue spaces that we will not go for 4 hours.
Went for 2.5 hours on Bleed Blue Space after the game, and now I've done this for an hour and 4.
I know. How many have you done these today?
I've done 2 spaces today. 2 spaces in this.
Thank you for hanging with us. Our fearless leader.
And this has been, and there was something about this much in this that's helped. All right. We won't say what it is because I'm not trying to get you.
Was it Brown and Kohler?
I'm trying not to. I don't show things, by the way, because I know we're on YouTube and YouTube gets real sensitive about that. So I'm not showing or saying. It's the only thing YouTube gets mad about. You can cuss all you want. You can say all kinds of crazy shit, but you can't show alcohol or smoke. Do things they don't like.
Okay.
I had a cigar to smoke tonight and everything. I had this whole plan. It's just what a fuck up.
I love you guys. I'm that out there.
Yeah, and this is how I get to end my.
You know what we should do, boys? We should live stream the Final Four and just have some drinks and have some fun with it or something. Because that could be fun.
Why can't we play on the name Round of Shots? Shots.
I'm not doing that for a whole game, but I'll sit around and do it, or even just the title game where we just have some fun with it, give us something to do. Because I will say this. I think the portal season's going to be fun. I think that there's been enough. I think there's been enough danger, Will Robinson danger. And if you guys want to stay on after, I can say some other things that are, I don't want to say crazy publicly.
Warning.
But I think the staff knows, and I think even the administration knows in some aspects that we got to go get some dudes. And from what Dylan has said that Kentucky's going to play a lot more in like the top 15 probably than you're looking at like the top 50. They're going to try and land 2 or 3 big dudes and then fill the roster out with complementary players because they have to. You got to go get 2 or 3 dudes, right? Like we have to. And that TB is where I would say that's the hope, right? But I would say by the Nike Hoop Summit with Stokes, if we don't get Stokes, I think we end up with Pate. I think we get one of the two.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I'd probably rather have Pate because I think he's going to be cheaper, but Stokes changes the narrative. So there you go.
Let's go. Let's wrap this up, Kevin the Hale.
Final shot.
I can't stay with you on. You guys can't stay with me on much longer.
Wrap it up.
I mean, we got 1,200 viewers. You're telling all those to go to bed, TB?
TB got things to do, and
I know.
TB
wants to go to bed. You know what? And here's the thing, and for the record, people in the chat, everybody hang with us tonight. Appreciate you all. Thanks for doing this.
Do it all the time, not just tonight.
No, we do this every Sunday night. This is our wind down round of shots. We get to hang with cool kids. Paul comes on and hijacks us for most of the show. But anyways, so yeah, as we're guys, here's the thing. We can literally have this same conversation next Sunday and the next Sunday and then
we will because we're going to keep hearing things. Things are going to keep coming out. Things
because we're Kentucky basketball. Our program, everything about we're a brand, and we have the most passionate fans. We have our cast of characters on Sunday night is podcasters, people who are just all about
incognito, don't even have a camera on.
Exactly. What are you doing there, Kai? Anyways, so
I'm nervous to keep that light on, man. Davo had me thinking about a state trooper.
So literally, you go off camera because Davo said to turn your dash.
He spooked me.
He spooked. All right.
I'm just speaking on my experience. I've never had no trouble.
Davo's worried everyone's going to get canceled tonight because he did.
He did. Yeah, really him and his ex. He got his ex. Paul, real quick, I want to share with us Bleed Blue and what is your objective with Bleed Blue, and this weekend when you're doing spaces, we get the reaction. When I say I'm partnering with you, but tell us all about Bleed Blue.
So it's been fun lately, more so than it used to be.
Yeah,
really, we're just fans and started something, and we got connected with some, in the right places. And I've always ended up in rooms that I shouldn't be in. I mean, I do have a podcast with a country music star as well, so I tend to network.
Throw that in my face.
But it's literally just an alternate type of a UK media outlet where like we'll give you shit back. Like, I'm not trying to be politically correct. If you're an opposing fan, you talk shit, you're gonna get shit back. This isn't, this is as TB posted the other day, if you're scared, go to church. If you think you're gonna come say some random dumb shit on our account, like, be ready because you might get RT'd and thrown onto the bus. We enjoy fans. We enjoy interacting with everybody. We've been working on, just expanding the team. And, I think Dylan's going to be big with that because Dylan's really good on the basketball side. If you don't follow Dylan, you should. He's broken some stories before national media does. So, over this next few weeks, we're going to push a lot of content to the site. And our whole goal is to, be a contending. This isn't shade to KSR because they're the big thing, right? Like, it's not throwing shade at anybody. That's what we want to contend with at some point, right? We are the fastest growing. I think we are the fastest growing UK media site. We just hit over 6,000. We have not hit our 2-year. I think we have not hit our 2-year anniversary yet. That doesn't come up till end of April. So 6,000 in less than 2 years, really good growth. We've gotten 37 million in engagements this year alone. So, we just want to keep going and have people join. We have a chat. So if you want to join, throw a DM, throw a comment. We'll add you to the group chat. There's like 200 people in that now. So, and we just want to, we want to give it from the fans' perspective, and we really don't want to charge money for it. Again, that's not throwing shade at somebody. Like, we this isn't our main things. We're blessed that we can make money in different ways. That's what we want to do and have fun with it. This is fun, right? Like, we get to come in here and say fuck this and fuck that and talk about like Bonnie Blue and jumping off cliffs and shit and drinking White Claws and stuff, right?
I told him to find the cliff. He could have stood there and fucking looked at the view. He didn't have to jump.
Hey, listen, I saw an amazing view on a cliff in Montana like a couple weeks ago. So I agree. And like, have fun with it, man. Like, it was always like by fans for fans kind of a thing. And we're reinventing ourselves a little bit. But if we can get traction to the website a little bit more and we get credentials, we will be a real big fucking pain in the ass into the administration. They can't keep us out. So if you really want to change some stuff, drive some people to the Bleed Blue website, read the articles we start putting out, and then let us get credentialed, because then we're gonna send Davo to go talk to Mitch Barnhart.
That's a fucking
And
bad idea.
yes.
That's a bad
and there
ain't
you
no
go.
softball questions here, dude.
If you want Davo to ask Mitch Barnhart questions, please go to bleedbluenetwork.com and just go there 3 or 4 times a day. We'll be good.
I've been credentialed.
That was a
times.
promo. That was a promo.
Yeah.
What you got there,
Yeah.
TB? What is that?
I've been credentialed a few times.
You have
Cover
been.
all over again.
TB got credentialed
Yeah.
at John Calipari's house, ended upstairs on the balcony.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
another story.
Ellen yelled at me. That's my favorite memory. Is Ellen Calipari yelled at me because I was upstairs at the Calipari house.
I would
TB
show
went
you
up there to
mine, but
stick
my
some
kids,
snacks.
I would show you mine, but my daughter wears them as necklaces now because she thinks that it's really cool. So I've done.
Yeah.
Listen, I did the whole. Not last year. I covered football. I was going to all the press conferences. I got to tell you what, like, I want to send Dylan and other people. But I've done it. It's fine. I'll do a couple things, but I will tell you this too. And one of the biggest things about Pope that's been disappointing is because walking into new press conferences with him last year was so different than what I've seen recently. And he just had this aura and confidence and just excitement that he didn't have this year. And I don't know if it's the fact that maybe he saw that team practicing. He was like, fuck, right? Like, fuck, we got it wrong. This is going to be a bad year. And he just couldn't hide it all year. But that's what I hope he gets back to, because he was great with the fans. And ultimately, like, listen, Cal was a dick. He always was a dick. But you know what our fan base loves? When we win and you're a dick. So get back to that. And it doesn't matter what you say in your post-game press conferences.
But he also did some stuff that wasn't dickish.
Dickish.
Cal?
Dickish?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, Cal had that in him, right? Like every great coach does.
Yeah, but every great coach is going to come, I get that. It's just that when you're not winning, whatever the coach says just rubs everybody the wrong way. So that's
what I meant with, like, Pope. It's like Pope kind of says some things that maybe Rick would say or Cal would say, but he can't say that now, right? Like, he's got to realize the situation. I just hope he gets back to, like, the fun, engaging side of the coach he was, and it changes everything a little bit. Maybe he eats a little humble pie, and we come back and just kick some fucking ass and have a revenge tour next year. Because God, would that, you know how much fun that would be to walk through and go, like, 14-2 in the SEC next year, something like that, and just absolutely just remind everyone who's got the biggest dick on the block. Like, let's go. Let's do that. And let's start with football this year.
Like, look, man, I see some of these young kids talk about when they were at UK under Cal. This was great. And I want to say young kids, and they're probably in their 30s by now. Like, I was in Lexington from 96 to 99. Ain't nobody party like we party. Ain't nobody did like we did. We lost 3 NCAA tournament games my 5 years at Kentucky and won 2 champions. Like, come on now. Get back to that. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't let us get good in football, too.
I don't want to be stressed out a first round, second round game. Quick story, and I think we do wrap it up. I got a friend that's got an Iowa podcast. And we're going to watch Caitlin Clark a couple of years ago, and he's talking about this game, Iowa and Kentucky men's basketball. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, this was our best team in a long time, and we played Kentucky. It was close. I'm like, it was 1997. It was a second round game. I was like, my brother in Christ, I didn't watch that because why would I watch a first round or second round game in the mid 90s? The games didn't get good till the second weekend. Like what are we doing? Like, you talking about a second round game?
I was so incoherent by the second half. It didn't matter. Like, we weren't worried.
Like, I'm like, okay,
you know what?
if you said
For
we
the
played,
record,
then I guess
guys,
we played. And I'm like, all
for
right.
the record, someone has been watching us and listening to us and wants to come on and give their final shot of the night.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Who is it?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Are we going to know who they are?
Yeah, no, there it is.
Oh, God.
Oh, good. What's up,
I'm out.
Kyle?
The go.
What's up? What do you got to say?
Today sucks. That's what I have to say,
All right.
This is as bad as you clicking on a scam link today.
bro.
Sorry, just had to. I reposted to try and get you more followers, so I can make fun of it now.
I got my account back, and then they suspended me because of the scam posts that were put on by somebody else. So I'm fighting that battle.
Davo's doing a scam, or never mind. But anyways, go ahead, Kyle. What do you final shot? Or help us, take us home. Your pain and suffering today.
No, I don't know if you brought up the comment or not, man. I mean, you know that I've been on this show frequently as a Pope apologist, right? I've been supporting them to, hey, let's like TB's throwing out stats. Let's give him the third year. And all those things are going to be true. Like, you got to give him the third year. There's like, what are you going to do right now? You can't replace him. I lost some faith in the dude today. I got to be honest. Like, we had the live watch going on with the State Line folks, and we go up 18-6, and I'm like, we're rolling. They're missing one of their key guys, and we're rolling. I'm feeling good. And then he goes back to just his, like, some of the best coaches are super stubborn, but also you have these dudes on the ropes, and then you do one of these subs, you take out your best player, Jasper comes in, and you give him life. And next thing you know, we're in a battle with the team that's better than us instead of a team that's better than us but can't figure it out. You know, they go on a run, turnovers, get some easy runouts. We get in foul trouble. And it was frustrating watching him coach the same way when he could have just one time let the dogs run, like let his thoroughbreds run and put this team away. And a double-digit halftime lead, what should have been, was a 1-point deficit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just sucked. It could have been a special story. You wasted a phenomenal effort from Otega Owe in this postseason. He put us on our back. We wasted a lot of things this year, and you can pinpoint some of these losses to Pope. And, you know, I'll still have faith in it as we go into next season, but I was wildly disappointed watching what should have been Kentucky rematch against Tennessee in a Sweet 16. Our season over now, and watching our rival keep going with quite frequent, or honestly, you could argue a worse team, but just better coached.
You said the words that most BBN people don't want to hear. Our season basically is over in the first fucking weekend of the NCAA tournament. We're done. Toast.
By the way, UConn and Alabama are cooking right now. Straight cooking. Alabama's up 20 and UConn's up 13.
All right. We are. Fun. Let's do final shots. Everybody's gonna get everybody out of here. Kai, give me your final shot, sir.
I think Kentucky fans need to chill out in the off season. I don't think the fan base, although they're passionate and obviously you're allowed to be excited about who may be on the roster next year, but I don't want to go through a whole nother off season of trying to be a credentialed media member and put out the facts while there's people out there talking about some random from a MAC school that's favored to go to Kentucky all of a sudden. I definitely don't want any of that traction going on this off season, and I think it's fueled by fans. Pope's commented about it, several times. I hope we can have an off season full of things that happen quick, like Davo said. Like, can things be public? Like, said by the university, said by the men's basketball account and the coaches, announced publicly. I would love a full, honest off season.
It's a fan base, Davo. We're in kind of that uncharted water territory where, we're not really surprised where we're at, but at the same time too, this is not where we want to be. I mean, we're struggling still to be relevant, and that's so disheartening for someone who's followed this since Kyle Macy, Duke. We beat Duke in '78. We're struggling. We're not.
You've been following this team for a long time, Kevin.
I'm the oldest guy here. I'll own it. I got it. But at the same time, too, again, I mean,
I'm second oldest, I think, but that's okay.
What we watch from this weekend is just like, wow, it's a new era of college sports because of NIL. And here's the thing, I'm not an NBA guy. I honestly fucking hate the NBA. I cannot stand
NBA
to watch
sucks
it.
Now.
That whole narrative with the NBA, the money, everything. But here's the thing too. College basketball is slowly morphing into to an NBA vibe. And I hate that.
We have talks this offseason of guys getting paid $10 million. Like 2 years ago, it was barely $3 million. That $3 million was crazy. So imagine what it will be in 2 decades. You know, imagine when I'm TB's age, what it will be like. No offense, but just saying, like,
yeah, let's imagine that
it's gonna go crazy. It will be the NBA at one point.
TB's like, fuck me.
Just because you say no offense doesn't mean it's not offensive. But I appreciate it.
No, look, hey, I appreciate it. I am an old man. I mean, but here's my thing, and I don't want to get this too segue, is we're talking about what the players are getting paid, and everybody focus on what the players are getting paid. No one balks an eye when CBS pays $10 billion for the SEC for the NCAA tournament. No one balks an eye when the SEC is doling out a couple of $1 billion to each school and all this kind of stuff. And so all of a sudden, to plant a flag because the players might get something, to me, is a little disingenuous. That's my whole thing. If we say the whole thing is bad, that's one thing. But because the players are making money, I'm okay with that.
Well, no,
that's just my 2 cents.
Them making money is one thing, but players potentially, making fucking close to $10 million. I mean, all right. That's a separate.
The last time I checked, America is a capitalistic society, so
okay,
you are worth whatever someone pays you to do.
Okay, fair enough.
You're worth whatever you can get from your boss is what you get.
But
that's how it works in America.
Don't you think it's crazy, right? Like, obviously, I'm a UNC fan, and obviously, I have to accept the fact that Caleb Wilson isn't coming back. But isn't it crazy that he could get paid the same amount of money for being the 5th pick in the NBA draft compared to just returning to North Carolina for his sophomore year? That's nuts.
It's fair.
I mean, you could argue that college basketball is worse than the pros. There's no salary cap, right? Until this thing potentially passes whenever, within the next month or so, or I think they expect something this summer. But I mean, you can get paid whatever you want to, and there's no cap. The university can drop whatever money they want into it.
Someone tweeted this, and it might be the tweet of the night. I didn't expect Todd Golden to miss out on attending a Sweet 16.
All right, let's go home. Davo, final shot.
I had to bring my wife up to speed on that one.
Holy shit! Anyways,
Davo, give us final shot.
Hold on, I gotta catch myself from that one. That one.
Molly, cheers to you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Way to end the night. If we talk about where Kentucky is right now, we're all still shell shocked, right? We're still talking about how excited we were last year to make it to the Sweet 16. Fuck that. Like, that's not us, right? I think we got excited for that just because all the bullshit we dealt with Cal for the last few years. So that's not who we are. We don't celebrate mediocrity, and that is making it to the Sweet 16. That's just not who we are. So just figure it out. Throw this season away. Thank the players who were worth the shit. They gave it all, and just move on, right? And lastly, Spectrum, get your shit together because Cincinnati Reds opening day is less than a week away, and you guys are arguing about money. I don't want to pay $99 to watch the Reds lose all season. So please figure it out. Thank you.
TB, did you give a final shot?
My final shot is to the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference NACC Student Athlete of the Week, Division III, Aurora University. My daughter, Sarah Brown, was Player of the Week for women's lacrosse. She had, let me make sure I get this accurate. She had 6 turnovers caused, 4 ground balls, and 2 draw controls as they went 2-0 on the week. So shout out to my baby girl getting it done at the D3 level.
Heck yeah.
Shout out.
Who?
Hit the transfer portal, get paid.
Yep.
I'm hoping, I'm trying to be like LeVar Ball and get in on that money, man. That's why I'm like NIL. I need my baby girls to make some money, baby. So yeah.
Hey, did she play flag football? I interviewed the USA flag football team at the Super Bowl, and Under Armour just sponsored them. And it's not generational money, but these women getting paid by Under Armour. And Click Clack is back, by the way, which is super dope. So maybe tell her to work on them hands.
You know, I could show this. I could show this comment, and we can be on for another 30 minutes, but I'm not.
You can tell them to choke on a bag of dicks and leave.
Well, I mean, if you looked at his picture, you'd understand that he's angry all the time. Because if you're that ugly, then you're gonna say dumb shit like that.
Well, okay. Kyle, you came on in time. Give us your final shot of the night.
Yeah, I don't care who's wearing the jersey next year. I don't care who's on the sideline coaching. I'm tired of like feeling sick to my stomach watching the greatest thing in
the brand.
Like and you know, it's just like the March Madness is the best sporting event in the world every single year, and I'm tired of like forcing myself to watch it and like hate watching teams that I can't stand, hoping they lose because my team lost. So this is a make or break year for Pope. I hope he's the dude. Like, I hope he gets it figured out. I hope we have a roster like we had year one, but better. And we can get past Sweet 16. We can hit the wickets that he has on there. Elite Eight, Coach of the Year, 75% win percentage, like all those things. I hope Pope's the guy, but if he's not, and next year isn't it, new AD, whether it's tied to, pray to God it's not a Rachel Baker type or someone inside, it's someone new, but I want to see a GM hired, and I want to see like us get back on track and Pope go get the guys. And I need him to, like, CBS distractions. No, thank you. Like all the other things about Kentucky basketball, that maybe make us some money and get us exposure. F that. I want you to focus on winning ball games, right? Go get the right dudes, win ball games, and bring us back. And you know what? If you can't do that next year, thank you very much for your service. It was a great press conference. Year one was phenomenal. And you brought some life back to the program, but then let's exit stage left, move on, and go find another dude. I truly hope it's Pope. And I have taken face punches for the support that I've given him, especially over this year, and telling people to relax. But after what we just saw and not getting to a Sweet 16 while, teams like Tennessee or Iowa or Texas, an 11 seed, like, we got to clean this up. We got to clean this up. Next year, you're on the block, dude.
TB is saying it.
It is Survivor. Yeah, and two of those dudes that are on Iowa right now just sent Florida home were tagged to Pope, right? And it's just like Sturts and Alvaro were both like dudes we were going to try to get. But without extending this final shot out, it's just next year it is make or break. And I want to see like Demon Pope in the portal. I don't care who it is. Like, I don't care if it's a 3-star guy, a 5-star. I don't care. I want the right dudes come here with the right mindset who will win ball games for us. Go get it done, man. Like, just figure it out.
All right. For the record, people in the chat who's kind of coming at us with Pope sucks and we suck and all this shit. We're winding down tonight's show, so I'm not going to acknowledge. Come back next Sunday with those comments.
Listen,
and
our
our panel will
No, it's
will
fine.
respond
Listen,
to
Wild West is a pro at watching things because he's shouting out because he watches his wife get cuckolded every fucking weekend.
Oh, see.
I'm on a roll tonight, guys. I will fuck you.
Okay.
I don't take shit from Arkansas fans.
All right.
You guys have been the fucking toilet bowl of the fucking SEC and you've done nothing. You want to see what Cal did with you guys? Congratulations. Go look at the fucking decade run he took us on. And then you fucking come and talk to us. But until then,
All
which
right,
isn't going to probably happen, shut up.
Yeah, we'll pivot this till next Sunday. We're shutting it down. Paul, you get the final shot. Final go.
Cal didn't get one. Did he?
Do what? That was a good last shot. Look, man, like the next couple of weeks is going to be tough. It's going to be tough if you're a UK fan. You're just going to have to stick with it. And I think the biggest thing I'll say is have some pride in the history of your school. Stop worrying about what these idiots say, like Wild West that doesn't even, know what a national championship feels like because he's 12 years old. And the last time that happens, he wasn't even a thought by his daddy or his mama. So, don't worry about that stuff. You got to sit around and you got to realize where we're at. We went on a generational run. We need to fix things at the administrative level all the way down. But don't let people punk you and make you think that you're less than you actually are. We're still Kentucky with the most wins. We have the most Sweet 16s. We have national championships. We have all of it, right? We're not Arkansas, and we never will be. So enjoy it. Let them have their little say right now, because when we're back on the mountaintop, like KB has already said, we will be back on the mountaintop faster than you will probably be, all the guys that are in our DMs chirping. And it's going to be funny because the next couple of years for Wild West is going to be his excitement at Sweet 16s and SEC tournaments. And I promise you, we're going to be celebrating Final Fours and hanging real banners before then.
Hold on. This person said we're a bunch of inbred has-beens. I am not inbred. My dad is from Kentucky. My mom is from Tennessee.
And I'm not a has-been.
They were not related. They were just Negroes. So I don't think I'm inbred. And my wife is Caucasian, so we're not inbreeding either. So I take umbrage with that.
My dad's from Jersey. Arkansas has some real. Well, but you see the comments. There's no way they're not inbred with how low IQ those comments are.
Jesus Christ!
But
I'm okay with.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing I love about SEC fans. This is what I love. It's like y'all the South too, right? Like y'all know y'all had Negroes in chains too, right? Like y'all know y'all fought for the Confederacy, right? So they all show up talk about Kentucky like, come on, man.
Okay, all right.
Y'all did it in the 40s. So did Arkansas. The Little Rock 9. Are you shitting me? Like, come on, man.
We're 2 hours into this show tonight.
Bro forgot that 2012 wasn't the 40s. I don't know. It's really, really funny.
All right.
Oh man.
All right.
Man.
Hey,
listen, Wild West. Just so you know, man. Just so you know, your family reunion shouldn't be at your anniversary too. That's a sign that you have a problem.
All right. TB, you got Cast Talk Wednesday. Paul, your spaces whenever you feel like it. Kai.
All right, let's wrap.
Kyle, when's your next show?
He was like
Wednesday, and I gotta do it with fucking Tennessee fans who are playing next week. So it's gonna be rough.
All right, 'tis the season. This is it. UK is trash. Okay. We're nothing like touching
your mama's trash too.
That little chin music he's got on his cue.
Yeah.
2 hours of this is on a Sunday night talking Kentucky sports. It's who we are.
You know what's funny? We're so irrelevant. We have 2,000 people on a space about this. Well, this is the most screen time Wild West will ever get in his life.
Exactly.
Outside of what he films with his cousin. But you know what? I'm not going to talk about that. That's weird. You got to pay $9.99 for that.
We'll open up our own
love y'all
Patreon or OnlyFans to this. All right, so Round of Shots signing off on this Sunday night. Appreciate everyone hanging out. We will be back next Sunday because there will be something to talk about.
Yep.
Because it's who we are.
Shout out to Otego Away. Appreciate your 2 years, man. One of the best. Sucks it ended this way, but dude's a legend.
next weekend, I'm going to bring up one thing. Tyrese Maxey posted something. He posted yesterday. What's today? A couple of days ago. Every year during March Madness, I get sad I didn't get to play in the tournament. That was the COVID year. We're going to talk about next weekend. I'm going to bring up his team, Maxey's team, and that three-headed monster, what they would have done in the NCAA tournament. Anyways, for Davo, TB, Kyle, Paul, Kai, Kevin, wishing everyone a good Sunday night, good week coming up. We are Kentucky sports. We're doing our thing.
That looked awful Caucasian, TB. I got to tell you that right now. That looked super white.
Good night, fellas.
Good night.